This project made my client 1.1 million in just 6 years. But the real question is, what caused that kind of growth? Because if we can understand the reasons behind it, then evaluating any project becomes a lot clearer. At the end of the day, knowing whether a project will grow or flop comes down to recognizing the indicators that matter. And most buyers don't know what to look out for. And today, I'll show you the 3 fundamentals this project had that convinced me back then that it had the potential to grow. Hi guys, I'm Gainer and I help you understand why some properties grow while others struggle, so that you know what signs to look out for before your next move. Now, my client bought a 3-bedroom in this project for 1.6 million back in 2019. Today, it's worth around 2.7 million. And the project is Parc Clematis. So why was I confident about the potential of this development back then? Here are the 3 fundamentals that stood out during my analysis. Number 1, huge land size. Parc Clementi sits on 58,887 square meters, which is larger than Triling and Clement Canopy combined. More land size simply gives the developer the freedom and creativity to build better facilities, wider walkways, and a nicer environment, so that when you walk in the project, you can immediately feel that difference. Now, first impression counts, and future resale buyers will feel it too. That emotional response often plays a bigger role in pushing up future prices. Number 2, low supply in the area. I once read in a marketing book that if you are the only hot dog stand in a stadium, and when it's break time, everyone rush to buy from you, even if your hot dog isn't amazing, and even if the price is higher. That is how supply works. Now, back in 2019, Clementi only had 5 condo projects that were closer to the hub. And they are Clement Canopy, which had 505 units, Triling, which had 755 units, Regent Park, 276 units, Faber Crest, 360 units, Waterfront at Faber, 210 units, and that's a total of 2,106 units. And if you compare that to Tampines, which had roughly 5,596 units during the same period, you will immediately see how limited the supply was. Low supply naturally supports stronger prices over time. Number 3, entry price made sense. Now, this was the factor that made the biggest difference, because Parc Clematis was actually cheaper than the surrounding resale. Let's think from this perspective. If a brand new car is cheaper than a second-hand car, then most people would choose the new one. It's the same for property. When the price gap between the new launch and resale is very small, it makes sense to go for the new launch. Back then, Triling 3 bedrooms was selling around $1,600 per square foot, while Parc Clementi's 3 bedrooms was launched at $1,500 per square foot. And when a new launch price starts lower than nearby resale, the potential upside becomes very clear. And with all these 3 fundamentals lined up together, that's why the growth for Parc Clematis was so strong. And that's why so many buyers made massive gains back then. And this brings me to something very important. Knowing how to evaluate a project's potential by recognizing the right indicators. Because for Parc Clematis, it was very clear. The huge land size, the low supply, and the right entry price. But today, it's much harder to find projects with these same fundamentals. Now, whether it's a new launch or resale, the selection process has become tougher. Because there are more indicators to look out for and more things buyers tend to overlook. The most important thing is not to rush, but to really understand what indicators matters for you. Because when you know how to evaluate a project properly, you will always make decisions with confidence, no matter what the market looks like. That's it for today's video, Gainer from Property Made Simple, where I help you understand why some properties grow while others struggle, so that you know what signs to look out for before your next move.